Kristen, those of Petoskey got up to 4 inches of snow last night. And now,
37 years ago, Cedar placed a pedestrian bridge over the Cedar River. Today, since the beginning of February, residents here in Dafter Township have seen 43.
Mark, Emmet County road crews have seen it all over the last few weeks.
Snowmobilers gathered from all around the world this week for the 51st running of the I-500. At 10 a.m. this morning, drivers crossing the Mackinac Bridge had to do more than just. When Iceman Come the Challenge first started in 1990, only 35 people competed in the event. Today, more than 5,000 cyclists from around the United States, Canada, and Mexico took the course. The 30-mile timed race began at Kalkaska Airport, where more than 50 waves were released throughout the day.
2, 1, and they're off! 1:16.
The course is rigid in many ways, taking cyclists on cement, gravel, snow, and this year, mud.
And it was rough. It was pretty disheartening. First 10 miles or so were just pure mud. It was stop, start, accordion all over the place, and that wore you down, and then it's 20 more miles of trying to rip it to the finish. So really wears at you, but ultimately made it through. Was feeling good today.
While the course posed many challenges for the riders, they had spirits of moral support along the way. Fans lined up on the side of the trail cheering, holding signs, and ringing cowbells.
It's always great seeing friends out there, seeing people along the course, the Keen Make It Stick place. They've got music out there. It's the only thing that kept me going today.
Even if you're, in the last wave of people to go, everyone gets clapping and support along the course, and I think that makes this event so unique compared to some of the other races that are out there.
After 30 miles of hills and crisp fall air, cyclists pedaled across the finish line at Timber Ridge Resort, covered in mud, sweat, and success.
Yeah.
And with a sponsor like Bell's Brewery, riders and their fans were able to celebrate with Michigan craft beer and local food vendors.
We always shower and drink beer for a few hours and then maybe go warm up somewhere and come back and watch the pros come in. So the environment's awesome. It's a good party time after a whole year of training for this event.
An event that was sparked by curiosity decades ago and has been growing ever since.
Oh, it's really humbling. I mean, I never expected it to be like this.
There you go. Now we're getting fired up.
It's really
5,
crazy
4,
to see the reaction
3,
from all the cyclists,
2, 1.
and how important a race it is.
Even after 30 years of competition, the Iceman Come the Challenge continues to grow in size each year and more on the people who return. From Grand Traverse County, Cole Martens, 7 and 4 News. Rise over Sherman Hill between Buckley and Mesick, a crowd gathered at the top to support the end of this man's journey. 17 years ago, Tony Anderson had a mission to run 51 marathons, one in each state, plus Washington, D.C. Today was his last leg, 26.2 miles. Anderson would start Marathon for Kids with a goal to help raise money for Big Brothers Big Sisters of Northwestern Michigan.
I just wanted to see the country. I grew up in a low-income home. I never had an opportunity to see the country, and so I felt like I can see the country and maybe do a good thing for my community at the same time. It felt like a stacking one win on top of another, and it's turned out to be bigger than that.
Anderson was supposed to run his final marathon in Cincinnati, Ohio, but because of the COVID-19 epidemic, the event was postponed. So he decided he would do a virtual run with a group of other runners for his final marathon through northern Michigan, where it all began in 2003 at the Bayshore Marathon.
It's a really special thing he's done, putting himself in this position to do 51 marathons to break the cycle of poverty in kids and give them a mentor. So it's really inspirational, and it's great leadership, and we all love and respect Tony.
To help motivate Anderson and his fellow runners, the community showed their support around every corner. First responder vehicles from each city on the runner's route were spotted on the side of the road to show their support. People also made signs, rang cowbells, and thanked Anderson for all he has done throughout his adventures.
It's hard to talk without tearing up and without gulping, because he is making a difference for kids. He's changing the life one child at a time.
Been through a lot of pain, a lot of training, and it's just a true inspiration for anybody that knows Tony. He there's many times that he could have said, this, I just can't keep going, but he just kept showing up.
After nearly 5 hours, Anderson and his group made their way through Traverse City. And when Anderson crossed the finish line, after more than 1,000 miles of running, Anderson officially completed his mission and celebrated with his loved ones and the community.
I was proud. I felt loved and appreciated. I felt like people get the reason we're doing this and the reason Big Brothers is so needed in this community. I'm just beyond happy.
But even though his journey is over, he knows there is still more work to do.
Say I'm grateful. Thank you. We have kids to serve. We're going to have the kids to serve next month, next year, and the next decade. We need to stick together and keep doing that. The mission of serving kids isn't over.
In Grand Traverse County, Cole Martens, 7 and 4 News. As the sun began to rise over Lake Michigan, thousands of people took in the serene view. And then more than 2,500 athletes put their physical abilities to the test. The first stretch of the inaugural half Ironman in Traverse City, a 1.2-mile swim through Grand Traverse Bay.
The start is always super important. The first 500 yards are, can make or break your race, and I just didn't get off the line fast enough and got stuck behind a group that I didn't really want to be behind, and so it took me a while to get around them.
Once the swim was over, it was a quick transition from the beach to the parking lot, where athletes switched out their wetsuits for helmets and pedaled on to a 56-mile ride.
The bike course is also beautiful, nice, some big hills and tree-lined roads, and really can't ask for a better event.
As the day went on, spectators multiplied, cheering on family, friends, and complete strangers. And for the last leg of the race, a 13.1-mile run through Traverse City. With a time of 3 hours and 50 minutes, Matt Hansen was the first person to cross the finish line.
It's absolutely beautiful. The hospitality is great. The race organizers did a great job in giving us a safe, fair, and really fun course. It's definitely one that I hope stays on the books for years to come. I'll definitely be coming back if I can.
Not far behind, the first women's finisher, Jackie Herring, with a time of 4 hours and 15 minutes.
I would like to come visit with my family. I don't think I'm having enough time here. I have to leave actually tonight, and I feel like I would like to come back and check everything out and have a good old vacation here.
While the Ironman drew people from all across the world, there was also a lot of locals, including our very own Mark Gillette.
Sterling Heights, Jamie.
Oh yeah, we're definitely coming back. I mean, from everything from the weather to the courses, athletes have just raved about the bike course. The swim was fantastic this morning, and the run course shady, and such a beautiful day. So we'll be back.
In Traverse City, Cole Martens, 7 and 4 News.